Well, look, we have been lied to. For decades, the world has been told that industrial food efficiency is a miracle. We can feed billions, they say, but they never mention the cost. It is a mathematical slaughter. We replace nutrient density with caloric density. We are essentially eating energy without information. It is like filling a gas tank with water. It looks full, but the car is not moving. And the result? A population that is simultaneously overfed and starving. We are starving for minerals, for vitamins, for the basic building blocks of a functioning brain, while our waistlines expand. It is the ultimate biological paradox. Now, you might think, well, at least it is affordable, right? That is the hook. The industry sells you the illusion of accessibility. They make the cheapest calories the easiest to find. But look closer. If you have to eat 3 times as much of a processed product to feel full as you would with Whole Foods, is it actually cheaper, or are you just paying a subscription fee to stay hungry? This is not an accident. This is a feature. The industrial food complex is not designed to nourish you. It is designed to be efficient. And in corporate speak, efficiency does not mean your health. It means profit per square inch of shelf space. Let us talk about the nutrient richness factor. Ultra-processed foods often have a factor of about 21 per 100 calories. Whole Foods, they can be 10 times that. We are literally starving ourselves while stuffing our stomachs. And because these foods lack the signals that tell your brain you are full, you keep eating. Your body is screaming for zinc or magnesium or B vitamins, but all it is getting is corn syrup and seed oils, so it just keeps asking for more. This creates a feedback loop of biological desperation. You feel tired, so you crave quick energy. You eat more processed sugar. You crash. You crave more. Welcome to the calorie trap. But wait, it gets worse. The industry handles the pushback with a classic corporate move. They introduce a light version, a zero sugar version, a fortified version. They try to fix the hole they dug with a synthetic Band-Aid. Adding a few synthetic vitamins back into a processed slurry is not the same as eating a vegetable. It is like trying to fix a demolished house by painting the fence. The structure is still gone. So why do we accept this? Because the friction has been removed. Everything is fast. Everything is available. We have traded our biological integrity for the convenience of not having to peel an orange. But here is where it gets actually sinister. The system is not just ignoring the health cost. It is externalizing it. The food companies take the profit now, and the healthcare system deals with the diabetes and heart disease later. Look, it's a perfect economic circle. The food industry makes you sick, and then the pharmaceutical industry sells you the maintenance. They aren't competing. They're collaborating on the most profitable biological failure in history. You might be thinking, but I can just eat healthy. I have a choice. Look, do you really? If you live in a food desert where the only fresh produce is a wilted lettuce head at a gas station, your choice is an illusion. The system is designed to make the wrong choice the easiest choice. It is designed to make the healthy choice a luxury. When health becomes a luxury, it is no longer a biological necessity. It is a status symbol. And let us talk about the corn. The obsession with corn syrup. Why? Because it is the most efficient way to deliver calories at the lowest possible cost. It is the gold standard of the calorie trap. Pure energy, zero intelligence. We have engineered the nature out of our food to make it shelf-stable for years. We have created a product that does not rot, but it also does not really nourish. It is just edible matter. This is the lie of industrial efficiency. Efficiency is about the output of the machine, not the outcome for the human. The machine is working perfectly. It is producing more calories than ever. The humans are the ones failing. Think about the psychology of the crunch. The salt, the sugar, these are not flavors. They are hacks. They are designed to trigger the reward centers of your brain to bypass your satiety signals. It is a chemical ambush. Your brain thinks it found a rare, high-energy source in the wild, so it tells you to eat as much as possible. But you are not in the wild. You are on your couch with a bag of chips that cost $2. We are using Stone Age biology to fight Space Age engineering. And guess what? The engineers are winning. They have the labs, the data, and the budget. You just have a gym membership you do not use. So what is the way out? Do we all move to the woods and eat berries? No. That is a fantasy. The solution is not about individual willpower. You cannot willpower your way out of a systemic biological trap. The solution is a fundamental re-evaluation of what we mean by efficiency. We need to stop measuring efficiency by how many calories we can produce per acre and start measuring it by how many nutrients we can deliver per person. We need to stop subsidizing the inputs of the trap. Why is corn syrup cheaper than a bunch of kale? Because the government is paying for the corn. We are literally paying to make ourselves sick. It is a systemic failure, a failure of imagination, a failure of policy, and a triumph of short-term profit over long-term survival. It is the most successful business model in history, and it is killing us. But the truth is out there. The data is there. The feeling of being perpetually hungry despite being full is the signal. Your body is telling you that it is trapped. Now you just have to listen to it. Stop looking at the calorie count. Start looking at the nutrient density. Ask yourself why the most convenient food is the least nourishing. Once you see the trap, you cannot unsee it. The industrial food complex wants you to believe that this is just the way things are, that it is the price of progress. But progress that destroys the organism it is supposed to serve is not progress. It is a parasite. So, the next time you see a label that screams zero sugar or ultra efficient, Remember the math. Remember the nutrient gap. Remember that you are a biological entity, not a corporate spreadsheet. We have to demand a system that values health over throughput, because if we do not, we are just fuel for a machine that does not care if we survive as long as we keep buying. Calorie trap is real. The lie of efficiency is deep, but the only way to break the cycle is to stop playing the game. Stop accepting the slurry. Start demanding the nutrients. Because in the end, the most efficient thing you can do for your life is to actually nourish it. Everything else is just noise, and I am tired of the noise.